Jerry, when you were here last, and we all look forward to you coming, um, I asked you to tell me what you thought inflation would be at the end of this year, and you told me 2%. Do you still stand by that prediction?
Um, Clearly, inflation this year is going to be above 2%. Just the experience so far this year makes that clearly true. But I think we are seeing monthly inflation rates taper off.
Yes, ma'am. What do you think it'll be at the end of the year, if not 2%?
Um, Probably closer to 4%.
Okay.
And um, that's already almost must be the case based on what's happened this year. But um, in my estimation, uh, there are the types of supply bottlenecks that
Okay.
the economy.
I don't want to
is
spend too much
experiencing.
time on inflation, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have so little time, and I talk slowly. Um, what party controls the House?
The Democrats,
What party controls the Senate?
um, the Democrats,
I believe we can agree that President Biden is a Democrat.
I believe.
Okay. Senator Schumer, who's a Democrat, and
Correct.
my friend, controls the Senate floor. And he can raise the debt ceiling by just amending the budget resolution, can't he?
It's possible that that could be done.
Yes, ma'am. So why doesn't he do it? Why don't y'all do it?
Because
and then we
this
don't.
is because this is
Let me just finish. Why don't y'all just do it and then we don't have this fight?
because
Why
this,
do you insist on doing it the hard way?
because it's very important to recognize that raising the debt ceiling is about paying bills that Congresses
I know,
have
but I just
incurred
gave
in
you
the
a way.
past, and
I
it's a
don't want to get
shared
off the subject.
responsibility.
So why
And
don't you? I agree with
Democrats
that.
have
So why don't you just amend the budget resolution?
Democrats have provided votes in the past when both houses of Congress were controlled by Republicans, when the Republican Party was in the middle of reconciliation. 2017 is a good example, and Democrats pitched in to do their duty to raise
Yes, ma'am.
raise the debt ceiling.
But I know all that, and we and I appreciate your perspective. But let me ask you again. There's a real simple solution. Why don't y'all just amend the budget resolution? It just takes 50 votes by my Democratic friends and the vice president. Why don't you just do that? Problem solved. Done. Easy peasy. Finished. Let's go have a cocktail.
Well, it will be up to the leadership of Congress to
Were you going to recommend that
decide
he do
on.
that?
We will confer with them on what is the best strategy to move forward.
It's not often. I haven't been around this place as long as you have. But it's not often around here that we have a problem that has an easy solution. And this is a real easy solution. And I get politics. I understand why politically you folks want to have Republican fingerprints on the spending fiscal knife. I get that. But do you really, is your politics so important that you want to gamble here on the sovereign debt of the United States when you have a very, very simple solution that you refuse to take?
I want to see that the debt ceiling is raised. As I've said, I believe it would be catastrophic not to do so, but I equally believe that deficits have been run under both Democratic and Republican administrations. It's important to recognize that, and and that means that paying the bills for those deficits is a shared responsibility, and it should not be the responsibility
I agree with
of
that,
any one party.
very eloquently put, but it's a fact, isn't it? That you and your folks just want Republicans fingerprints on the Democrats' effort to tax, spend, and regulate America into Europe. Now, it's your prerogative to do that. This is all about the administration's desire to have Republican fingerprints on it and later call it bipartisan.